Hello, hello, hello. So, let's start off with this card. You got Alliance. Trying to see where you are right now. For a song, you got Love Me More by Trippie Redd. And for a quote, you got When we judge ourselves, we send ourselves to a mental prison. Which seems apropos with what you're asking. So, Alliance. Speaks of alliance as an act of communion between equals. Symbolizes the virtue of human affinity. I'll send you a picture of the meaning also. Through identity. It is associated to the planet Venus, the letter E in the number 6. It represents the principle of one's own realization by means of association. The quote is, "Rejoice with the love of thy youth, and rejoice even more with the love of thine maturity." As an element of prediction, it promises dealings with precision, lasting alliances, increasing of prosperity, progress, and happy contingencies. Happy unforeseen events and expenses. So, spending good money. So we know you have an alliance, you have a partner. For this to come out, that for some reason, I'm getting dedicate more to the partnership versus the other questions you're asking about, but let's see where this goes. Okay, I'm going to start with stickers. If any scary ones come out, I'm sending them back. Okay. This looks scary. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Wow, you got 2 of these? I didn't even know I had 2 of these. Okay. Yeah, why am I seeing a lot of out west? That skull, Nevada. Taking that out. I'll leave it in. Forewarned is forearmed. And then this thing. A sundial? I've never seen this before. But this is interesting. Okay. So, something said support care package, maybe? Okay. Alright, so those were the stickers. Now, let's see what's going on here. Let's pull some cards about NJ. One. Two. Three. Okay, kind of weird. Six of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, which makes sense, and then Temperance. Okay, so something about your past or your childhood possibly could determine why you're in this situation. Sorry. Why the Six of Cups? Why the Six of Cups? I should go with my small deck. Why the Six of Cups? Five of Pentacles, feeling left out. Porcini, the name Porcini means piglets in Italian. Five of Pentacles. Feeling like you are asking for too much. Eight of Pentacles, why the Eight of Pentacles? Wanting to feel secure and have an alliance so you have what you've always wanted. Okay. Six of Pentacles, this is a little... Two sixes, irritation, irritable. But hold on, 13... 19, going back and forth about where you are and where you could be, but you are where you are, so it's kind of saying make the most and the best of where you are and the situation you're in, and stop dreaming about if you weren't where you are, where you could be. I think you know what I mean when I'm saying this. Okay, wait a minute. So we have 2 5, something about a vigil. Maybe being up all night, but you actually have 3 6s, and that speaks of success. Yeah, success where you are. You're not seeing it. I think you're questioning it too much and being too hard on yourself. Be patient with this process. There's something you can master here, where you are, but something from your past makes you question that. Or Sagittarius. Working with a Sagittarius on childhood issues, being reciprocal, going back and forth, being equals like that card said, having patience, putting the work in, mastering something here will alleviate feeling left out in the cold, which could be from the past, meaning childhood, the past, meaning past relationships, friendships, family. King of Pentacles, the husband. Yeah, be patient, stick with what you're doing. That's a lot of pentacles. So, let me see how many. That's 14, 19, 20, 2 tens is change, but 2, 10, 10 is a beginning and an ending. But it might just be a mindset shift. Things might be about to get noisy because these people are disrespectful. Okay, that's what's going on right now. What about this? Let's go here. What about this situation where you are not seeing or appreciating the blessings that you have in front of you? The palm tree. The palm tree is... Drawing this card informs us that the seeker is in a state of mental and physical fatigue. Okay, I'm going to do this. Screenshot it. I'm just getting to the vacation. Okay, so I think that answers the question here. Now I'm going to ask about NJ. Tell me about NJ. Tell me about NJ. Tell me about NJ. Where's this book? Okay, the Black Newman. Keywords: void, pending loss, corrosion. The two Newmen face their own extinction, two branches upside down, just about to burn into the sacred fire. The world is about to be spun upside down, and yet they still guard their altar, which drowns slowly into the depths. Once absorbed by the haze, their sacred nature shall depart, simple beasts once more, still with the promise of a re-encounter of the divine. The Black Newman symbolize clinging onto causes that may seem lost, distraction and confusion, a challenge to faith with the knowledge that it shall return. I'm going to put it here so you can screenshot it. But it's in the reverse. I don't know if NJ has a partner. I don't know. Let's hold off on this one. Then the Three of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about this person. Tell me about this person. It's telling me to get some stickers. The Fate, accept and help and guidance. I don't know. tell me about this person. But then there's like this feeling of being stuck, stagnant, prolonging, like spinning that web, entangling. But I'll read that and see what that says. Somebody might drink a little much. No, I'm not doing that. No scary ones, but you did get Carrie. Absolute vodka. One more. No. Purple roses. Vodka. A telephone. I don't know what that says. A love story. Okay. A black rose, a purple rose. I don't love this Victorian boot, and the letter I. The fate. This is about NJ. This is about fire signs. Alright, the fate. I'll put it here. You can screenshot it. I'm reading it as wow. Okay, so I'm trying to be cautious. What is this person's role in my friend's life? What is this person's role in my friend's life? What is this person's role in my friend's life? Seven of Pentacles. You already got that. Right there. So is it for friendship, to make you independent, to help you? Let's see, I just want to see what. Seven of Pentacles, profit, investment, and reward. That's kind of what I'm getting. I don't want to dissuade nor persuade you, but there's a double meaning here. What is this person's? Let me see if I can. Tell me about this person. Tell me about NJ. Okay. I got one more. Tell me about NJ. As long as it's not too scary. Tell me about NJ. Oh, that flew. Okay. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think you should heavily investigate this to see if it's something you want to do. We'll leave no stone unturned. But there's some to it that I like, but there's more to it that I dislike. And it's kind of giving me, in our conversation, at the end of our conversation, and I told you that person came here. I know we're not speaking of the same person, but I'm getting the same vibes. That person being on this earth is necessary to make us live up, to make us establish boundaries and verbalize them and hold them. So there's something about NJ that reminds me of the other person. And I think it may be a lesson for you to experience and then decide. So I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think it's a lesson. It's a journey. It's a decision that is going to decide your fate. Your fate is held up in this moment where you are. Your decisions that are going to be made are very important right now. Okay. I'll leave you with one last card. If I can find the book. What would you like her to know? Actually, 2 cards. Perseverance. Get out of your head, because you're doing a lot of overthinking. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Perseverance. As a soul, you are on a mission in this physical dimension. You are the only one who knows the correct path to take. Your intuition, your connection to spirit, is your compass. You have the power to stay the course, and you are stronger and more determined than you might first think. In order to experience many successes in life, you must mature and realize the strength within yourself and the quality of inner courage. Life doesn't just happen, we must make it happen. It is natural for us in this human school to shy away from what we believe to be difficult because we concern ourselves with how others will perceive us. We are afraid of failure, ridicule, or coming up short. Now is the time to make the proper changes and take risks and do things you never thought you could before. Your soul must learn to become aware of its inner strength. Live the joyfulness your soul yearns for and engage in activities you have always wanted to try but were afraid you'd fail at. Your soul would not yearn for something that you couldn't accomplish. You have the strength and the fortitude to be capable of greatness. And I'll put it here so you can screenshot it. And what was... So maybe it's saying you're trying to fill... Sorry. your time doing other things when you really know what you want to do. And there's a lot of purple here, which is the crown chakra. Clarity, power, psychic ability, spirituality. One last card. It was going to be this one. What's going on here? What does she need to know? Fond farewell. Excuse me. It is late in the evening as two worlds collide for perhaps the last time. An elderly gentleman bids fond farewell to his fairy companions in a misty field. There is a sense that he is leaving this world and moving on to the next. And while he's never forgotten the good folk, he must say goodbye once more. Meaning, fond farewells are never easy. If you have drawn this card, you are being asked to let go of something. This is the only way you can clear yourself so you can move forward towards the next realm. I don't know what this is. What is this talking about? Farewell to what? Entrapment. Resting. It's time for action. A dark-haired woman. Who's holding musical notes or just notes? Four of Swords. Farewell to passivity, rest, and contemplation. So no more thinking, just taking action. Fond farewell to and going on to what the heck is that? I don't know what that is, but it looks like a lot of clouds. Unresolved conflict. Fond farewell to something about stocks. One more. Fond farewell to, that could speak of your childhood. I got your back. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Love you. Thank you. See you soon.